One of the hardest parts about going vegan for me has been giving up eggs, especially at breakfast. I grew up eating scrambled eggs pretty much every single day for breakfast, and that has been a really hard thing for me to let go of. But today I'm going to be sharing with you 4 different delicious vegan breakfast recipes, none of which have eggs in them. I wanted to stick with 4 recipes that are just like classic, good old American breakfast recipes, but all veganized. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make vegan pancakes, muffins, a tofu scramble, as well as a meal replacement smoothie. These are all pretty easy recipes to make, completely vegan, of course, and something that we've started making in our house quite often and has really kind of satisfied my desire for eggs, or at least helped me let go of them just a little bit. First up, we're gonna make our tofu scramble. To do this, we're gonna take a block of tofu and break it into large chunks, kind of the size that you would expect when you have kind of like chunks of scrambled eggs. I used extra firm tofu for filming this video, but I've also tried it with firm tofu as well as medium tofu, and you can even mix different firmness of tofu. The only one I don't suggest using is silken tofu. Once you've broken it up into chunks, you're going to take a large skillet and heat it over medium heat. Add in a little bit of olive oil, and once it is hot, we're going to add those chunks of tofu directly into the pan. Now, to give it a little bit of color, we're going to season it with turmeric, as well as some garlic powder, onion powder, and a bit of salt, as well as some pepper. Then we're just going to kind of toss this all together. I use my spoon to break up the tofu chunks a little bit more as they cook, and you can see as it cooks more and the turmeric gets all mixed in, it'll really take on that eggy yellow color. As desired, add in a bit more salt and pepper to taste and serve it. Sometimes I eat my tofu scramble plain with a little bit of avocado and hot sauce, but it's also great with sauteed vegetables. To do that, I just saute the vegetables in a different skillet and then combine the two once it's all cooked. Next up, we are going to make one of the most popular recipes on my blog, which is these vegan muffins. To do this, we're going to sift together our dry ingredients into a large bowl: flour, baking powder, baking soda, cinnamon, and a little bit of salt. The sifting isn't absolutely necessary, but I've just found it results in a fluffier muffin. Into that same bowl, we're going to add our wet ingredients: almond milk, maple syrup, some vanilla, as well as a mashed banana, and a little bit of nut butter. I used almond butter here, but really peanut butter, sunflower seed butter, whatever will work, and then give all of that a stir in the same bowl. Here you can add in any mix-ins that you would like: nuts, fruit, chocolate chips, which is probably my favorite. I went with frozen blueberries because I pretty much always have those in my freezer. Then just add it to your muffin tin and bake for 25 minutes. I have several delicious variations of these muffins: chocolate chip, a plain one. I have zucchini and carrot cake. I think the carrot cake are my favorite. I will link some of those down below, as well as a vegan muffin roundup that I have. Next up, we're going to make another classic breakfast recipe: some vegan pancakes. To do this, we're going to whisk together our dry ingredients: some flour, sugar, baking powder, salt, as well as some cinnamon, and then just whisk it all until it is fully combined. In a separate bowl, we will mix together our wet ingredients. First up, some plant-based milk. I used almond milk, then some coconut oil. You want it to be melted and cooled. Then we're also going to mix in a mashed banana, 1 medium mashed banana. Whisk this until it is fully combined, and once you've kind of got the banana really mixed into the milk, you can pour all of that into the dry ingredients and then fold everything together until it is fully combined. But try not to overwork the batter too much. Next, add in whatever mix-ins you would like. Just like with the muffins, you can get creative here. More often than not, I use blueberries because it's just my preferred mix-in of choice, but whatever you pick, you're gonna use about 1/2 cup. Chocolate chips is probably my second favorite. Once the batter is ready, you will take about 1/3 cup at a time and add it to your skillet or to your griddle. I used a large griddle that we have because we make pancakes quite often in our house. However, you can just use a skillet with a little bit of grease if it's not non-stick. And I also suggest something that I really like to do is do multiple skillets at the same time, or else sometimes it can just like take a while of waiting for the pancakes to cook. You want to cook these on a low heat for a little bit longer than regular pancakes so that they cook evenly and they don't end up gummy at all. And then once they start to really bubble on the side and you can easily get the spatula underneath there, you'll flip them over, cook them for a few more minutes, and then they are ready to eat. And last but not least, we are going to make this delicious meal replacement blueberry smoothie. To do that, we are going to combine some liquid. I used oat milk and greens. Really, any greens work here. I typically just kind of combine random stuff that I have left over in my fridge and then blend that. I found that blending the liquid and the greens together first helps really emulsify the greens and you don't end up with any weird chunks. Then add in the rest of your ingredients, some blueberries, oats. I used a frozen banana, but you could use other fruit as well, and then some nut butter. I think I used almond butter, but really any kind of nut or seed butter works. Blend it until everything is fully combined and creamy. So there you have it, 4 super easy vegan breakfast recipes that you can make at home, all without eggs, and hopefully kind of satisfying the need or the desire for some of the classic recipes you grew up eating, but while replacing the eggs with other ingredients. Of course, these are all very customizable. You could add in any kinds of mix-ins to the pancakes or muffins. You could add in some vegetables to the tofu scramble, or you could use different fruit in the smoothie. These are all just starting off points and some of my favorite recipes in transitioning to a vegan diet. As always, if you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you at my next video. Bye guys.